Hello, good morning. This is another presentation of Conscious Crafters, and we're continuing with the Discover Your Calling series. I'm Sumit. I'm going to be the host for this amazing podcast that you'll be hearing, and this is the third episode of a 10-part series. Today, we'll be talking about allowing the new into our lives. Now, when I say this, I want you to go back into your life and look at your day. We just begin with the day and look at what are the different things that you're engaged in ever since you wake up. What's the first thing that you do? Perhaps you sit down and meditate, or you go out for a run, or you brew yourself a coffee or a cup of tea. Whatever it is, just go through these activities in your life and look at what is something new that you have allowed? What is something new that you have done, which is not the same as before? Now, when we begin to extend this into a week, even a month, or even a year, or 5 years, or a decade, this brings to our minds a larger context. A context in which we see how we have actually been doing the same things, not just externally, but even inside our minds. The beliefs that we have, are they really changed? Are they really new? The values that we have they been reprioritized? Have we had any kind of experience that have shifted us in any way? The habits that we have, are they same? The skills that we have, the identity that we have about ourselves. How much have we allowed the new to happen? Now, this is a very big question because it's obviously the Discover Your Calling series, and we have all kinds of needs in our lives. And one of our needs is to be secure, to have a stable job, to have a stable amount of money coming in. And that is all true and well and fine and good, unless we're not allowing the new to come in, unless we have become so much comfortable with that system, with that process, that we do not let a deeper space, a deeper place in our hearts to come through in our lives. And that, my ladies and gentlemen, is the biggest challenge for us. We may be engaged in so many different kinds of activities, perhaps gaining a new kind of skill, perhaps getting into a new course. And of course, we have our daily jobs in which we have responsibilities, and we cannot shy away from that. We're learning, and as we're growing, and as we're learning, as we're having more interactions and more experience, it's a great thing for us. But the question for us right now is, because this is the Discovery Calling series, what do you see for yourself in the next 3 years down the line, or 5 years down the line, or even 10 years down the line? What do you yourself doing? What do you see yourself engaging in? What is important to you? That is the real question. And that is why we talk about allowing the new to come in. Have we allowed the new to come in? Perhaps it's just a new skill or a new habit, like maybe journaling, which we have not done, or which we did and which we forgot. We left that in the process of doing so many other things. Allowing the new breaks some of our patterns that we've always had. It brings to us a level of discomfort, a level of challenge, and even a level of risk that we might not necessarily always engage in. But it is a sign of growth and a sign of being able to contribute in a bigger picture. And as we just breathe in and breathe out, and we allow ourselves to really tune in to our inner self, or some call it the higher self, or whatever you want to call it, and listen to the guide. And just listen, because there are so many different voices in our heads. Some voices can be of our parents, some can be the larger society, and some of the media. Or the others can be your own patterns of comfort, of just sitting, just being in comfort, not being able to grow. And as we let them go without judging them, without actually interacting with them, we do tap into a very holy place, which is in fact whole in its holiness. And through this holiness, we might be able to see some colors, feel some feelings that might give us the direction that we want to move towards, the new skills that we have to acquire, the new people that we need to get in touch with, to bring into that our own spirit, to bring that to the world. And it's not going to happen in a day, or a month, or even a year. But this is a battle we have with our own self. Not anyone else, not the world, not the society, not even our parents, but ourselves. And in this journey, to have a guide is wonderful. To have someone who can ask you empowering questions is wonderful. Because it really does allow you to see yourself much more clearly. And you look at anyone in this world, anyone who's been able to allow new to come into their lives. They've had a coach, or they've gone through a very powerful spiritual experience which completely shatters their world in so many levels. And in some levels, it's challenging to make sense of this new experience that we are experiencing, to be able to be part of the system that does not make sense to us at all. That's the big challenge. Because we just don't seem to fit in. We don't agree with the systems. We don't agree with how things are operated. We don't agree with more emphasis on profits than people. More emphasis on the individual rather than the whole, the collective. And that is the biggest challenge for us. But as we grow, as more of us conscious beings come in, gather around, be in groups, take powerful actions, we can make this change. And I know we can. Because this is the new age, the coming of a new age. And this is a great opportunity for you and for me and whoever is listening to this. And I know at some level you know this to be your own truth. There are definitely days when you feel really disconnected, where you just don't care about anything. But then, just like the sun, in its beauty and in its wholeness and its energy, is always there staring you right at your face. Yeah, sometimes we might be in the clouds, we might forget about the sun, and we might think that it's dark clouds everywhere. But the sun is present, ever present. Even when you feel it's night, it's still there. Some other part of the world, the sun is still there. The same way, it's the same with us. And connecting to our sun is to be quiet, is to embrace the silence that we all know is so much resourceful to getting whatever we want in our lives. So here's what I want you to do. Take any area of your life, career, health, finance, emotions, anything, and look at what you've been doing. And look at how you've been doing these things. Look at what you believe about them. Look at what's important to you about them. And just reflect back to what you're doing and what you want to create eventually. What is the level of alignment? Is it 10%, 20%, 50%, 60%? It's interesting. You'll find that the level of alignment is going to directly affect the joy in your activities, the flow in your life. So please share that with me. You can email me at liveyourlife9841@gmail.com and we can chat. Definitely. Thank you so much. This is Sumit signing out. It's another episode of the Conscious Crafters presentation. Discover Your Calling series, and I'm out. Thank you for listening.